Hi there, I'm Todd Fratzel from HomeConstructionImprovement.com. Today I want to talk to you about the Delta 50-875 air cleaner and how I use it in my shop to keep myself safe and protect myself from really fine dust particles. Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you all about this great air cleaner. So we're sitting here in my new wood shop, and it's a really great place to work. I love being out here, I love building things with wood. But there's some hazards that we should talk about. You know, everybody knows about saw safety and all these kind of things, but one of the things I think a lot of people are overlooking these days are the hazards associated with fine dust particles. I'm talking about dust particles that are in the 1 to 5 micron size range. And so, you know, I hear a lot about using dust collection, and I use a great dust collection system here in the shop, and that takes care of the bulk of the dust. All the big stuff that you see, the things that make big messes. But the reality is you need to have a second layer of defense with, you know, to filter out the really fine dust particles. So in this shop, I'm using Delta's model 50-875 air cleaner. It's the one that I highlighted at the beginning of the little video clip. And I've got it hung from the ceiling here in the shop. Really easy to set up. You hang it from, you hang it from the ceiling, some kind of wall bracket. They give you some mounting hardware for it. And it simply plugs into a regular 120 volt outlet, and then they give you this really cool remote, so you can either put this in your apron or, you know, set it on the shelf so you're not having to reach up, you know, if you have tall ceilings, to turn it on or off. And you can control there's 3 speeds on the unit, so you can turn it up higher if you need to, or shut it off, and even put it on a timer. So if you want to set it, leave it as you leave the shop to clean up the air, you can do that. This unit has 2 filters, 2 stages to it. So the outer filter takes care of dust particles in the 5 micron range, and then the inner filter will filter out 91% of dust particles that are 1 micron and larger. So ultimately you're cleaning all these dust particles that you can't even see with your eye, and these are all things that are probably left over from your dust collector, or better yet, you know, earlier I was sanding with a palm sander, doing small sanding projects and things like that. You're going to create dust that simply you can't hook up to your dust collector, so this can take care of that. You know, I really like this unit. It's easy to use. You can slide up the back filter, take it off, you know, clean it with your shop vac or blow it off with some compressed air. The inner filter is really easy to pull out to replace. You can buy replacements for it from Delta. And assembly was really easy. I mean, frankly, I put up 4 eye hooks, hung it from the ceiling, plugged it in, and it was ready to use. It's very effective. I don't find myself ever finding a lot of fine dust around the shop when I actually turn it on. It's easy to use, especially if you keep the remote handy. And, you know, I feel more comfortable that I'm working in a safer environment because I use it. So, you know, very cost effective, they're not very expensive, and it's something that you really should look into. So if you're looking for a way to clean your fine dust particles, I recommend you look at Delta. They've recently introduced 2 new versions. There's one similar to this, and then there's one that's slightly cheaper with a different filter on the back to make it a little bit easier to use. So once again, I'm Todd from HomeConstructionImprovement.com. Check out Delta's line of air cleaners. If you've got a wood shop and you've got everything set up and you're not filtering out your small fine dust particles. We'll catch you on the next review.